I'm Keith Gillespie, you're watching Mariners TV.
So as I almost don't know where to start there, but how do you describe your afternoon's work there?
Listen, I know it's cliched, but the result was the most important thing. All right, it was really important after Tuesday that we bounced back, and I know you'll have heard that, and we've probably gone on about a bit in the change room as well. But two results where we didn't get ourselves going, two disappointing results. We needed to bounce back to put ourselves one in a good position in the league, but also to get a bit of that momentum back. For me personally, it's been a long time since I went up there, and I've just spent a breeze in the shower there. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was hard work. I am very tired. To get a goal is obviously great, but let's say the win's the most important thing.
What was the mindset going into today's game for yourself, changing position for the game?
It's just trying to remember all the points that Lee and Graham have been making to the strikers and the way that we coach in the academy. Really, we live by a structure at this club, and then I've lived and died by the centre half structure for the last 3 years. So for basically the last couple of hours of getting here, I was trying to get my mind around my jobs, my role. Because I kind of pressed them yesterday to find out whether I'd be involved today, and I knew that it was a possibility. So then going back up there was just trying to get back up there and then make a nuisance of yourself. It's the one thing I suppose we've not really had this season is a bit of a target, and that's what I've tried to be. Just make a nuisance, hold the ball where I can, win the ball where I can, and if I do get an opportunity, score. And luckily, I did.
Special goal as well. Can you describe the goal and your feeling after it as well?
The feeling's probably like everybody else. There's a bit of shock. Everybody says when I go up there they all expect me to score a header, and then when we get the team announced, you'll get a header. I'm sure the fans, you'll get a header. And it's not quite fell for me in that way in the box. We've not quite got the deliveries, I suppose, for it. I'd nearly got one in the first half. The ball coming out of the sky, and I just focused on the ball. Literally eye on the ball, try and get a good contact. And I think even then, I'm still questioning myself. I don't think I'm scoring, and it hits the net. And I think, as you can see, myself, the lads, everybody was happy, which was great. It was a great experience.
And what a lot of people won't realise is the physical difference between playing up front and playing at the back as well. Can you talk through that as well?
Yeah, listen, it is hard work. It's a lot different work, I suppose. Not necessarily in masses more distance, but the intensity at which you work, because you're always trying to catch people by surprise. And like I said, being a nuisance, being away from home, I knew we'd probably go a little bit more direct. So, after probably an hour, the intensity out of my work probably noticeably dropped a little bit. I didn't want to drop it, and I kept trying my hardest, but it was a hard shift.
After the disappointment of Tuesday, how much determination was it to put things right today and get back to winning ways, would you say?
Yeah, listen, that's always the focus been at this club. We've never really gone on a run of losses. And I think if you look back over the time here, 4 years, we've never really strung a few losses in a row, or negative results, I would say, in a row. And that's been the case. So Saturday we drew, and our focus was to win Tuesday. So after Tuesday, a real massive shift of focus came for today about, in training it was about being leaders, about not letting mistakes get to people, staying positive, staying around each other. And we know that we're a good side. We always say this, we're a good side. We win more games than we lose. We put a performance together like that today, and the teams are going to struggle with us. And again, Matlock, to be fair play to him, at the end there they gave us a real tough last 15 minutes, and I'm sure they probably felt like by the end they deserved something from it, but I think on the balance we deserved it. I
guess the question everyone's asking is how much longer you'll be playing up front for in the coming days. Are you open to
that's not a question.
Spell there?
Listen, that's not a question for me. I keep saying to people I'm a centre half now, and I am. At heart, my job, my age, I'm a centre back. But I'd rather play than not. And if there's an opportunity for me to play up front, and the managers believe that I can do a job, I'll play anywhere. They want me to play right back, left back, centre mid. If they want me to play, I'll play. If that's up front or centre back, they know I know the roles. Let's just see what the decision is on Tuesday and then the following Saturday.
Word in the fans say a lot of them made the journey down, made a lot of noise, a long way down to come here. What would you like to say to them?
Yeah, I think they love the surroundings, because they were really vocal and really good support here last year. And again, it's been a fantastic day. And from the minute you walk through the gate here, our fans have been outstanding. Again, they're greeting you through the gate, they're greeting you there and there. Coming out of the tunnel, 100% you know who's got the most supporters at the ground. And like I said, personally today, to score a goal and come out there towards them, they've been brilliant again. So, as always, we always thank them, and sometimes I suppose the words aren't enough. Just obviously from my point of view, from the changers' point of view, they need to know how much it really means.